When I was probably in the third grade, I went to a public school that was just right near my home. The teacher wasn't very nice to me, and I didn't want to go to school. I'd say I was sick. All kinds of, I'd make up any excuse not to go. It was a good idea for me to go somewhere else because I wasn't getting what I needed from the public school that I was going to. Going to the Potter's house, it was an easy transition. I already felt like I belonged. And Kid Power was, they would come in this bus and they would pick us all up from the neighborhood. We sang songs. It was for kids. It was for me, I talk about Kid Power all the time because it made such an impression on me. The things that I've done in my life have been a direct cause from going there. It was the kids that came up with the name Kid Power. Kid Power was empowering kids to believe that they were bigger than just their neighborhood, their house. Kid Power empowered me to see myself in a better way, to step out and do the things that I knew I was destined to do. John and Mark, Ms. D, and all the people that were part of that, I had never come into contact with anyone like that. It made me curious about them, and it made me curious about, well, where did they come from? Do I have the strength to be able to give to somebody else like they're giving to me? And their answer to me was, yes, you can. Miss D had the most impact on me because she was so kind. I remember she would read the Chronicles of Narnia, and I just fell in love with books. That is probably the biggest thing that really changed my way of thinking about education, about what I was going to do. Because if you don't have the confidence in yourself that you can learn something, you won't learn it. You won't ever take the time to learn something. And that confidence was what started by sitting on the floor listening to the Chronicles of Narnia, read by Miss D. The love of reading and all of those things came with me as I moved through middle school and high school. And then the values of how you treat people, that's something that is carried through my whole entire life. The first time I was on the mission field, I was in Mexico. I really did begin to see that there are so many people that are in need. There are so many people that are hurting. And if I have something to give, I have to give it. We had been working to move to Nicaragua. We lived there for about 5 years. We fell in love with the country. We really did. We started this church. There was a building there and some American missionaries had built a little church. It's funny, only children came to that church. Like the adults didn't go, but all of the kids would go. The kids would, laugh and sing, and it was such a great time. And that's the kind of investment that we wanted to make there. When I started going to the Potter's house, we were in the basement of the church, and then we moved into the building. We would sing and we would pray, and every kid that was there that was going to the Potter's house would always pray that we would get that building, that the building would become ours. The power of prayer is amazing. Because when I went back and I saw what had happened, what had been done with the building and then the high school building, I just thought, wow, that's the legacy of prayer, man. Those seeds were planted. God watered them, and it just flourished. It just flourished. And I'm always thankful for my time at the Potter's house because it was so impactful. When I think about it, I always think of how good it was.